Hey everyone, and welcome to day 3. So yesterday you had your first 1-hour class. How did you find it? Well, are you feeling a little bit sore today? Feeling a bit stiff, or are you raring to go? Well, today I'm going to give you a nice little recovery class. So it's just going to be 30 minutes long. It's a little bit slower. We're just going to really work into the side body. So we're going to find a little bit of space in those ribs, in that spine, and feeling nice and rejuvenated on this Sunday. So I hope you enjoy. Let us know what you think. Give us some comments in the comments below. And also don't forget to check off on your Instagram story and post and share. And please tag us because we really want to be there with you on this journey. I hope you enjoy this class and I'll see you back on the mat. So when you're ready, you can take yourself to your mat and we're going to find ourselves in child's pose. So we can take the knees just a little bit out wide, those feet can come together, and then bringing those arms out in front and then melting the chest down towards the mat. It's typical resting pose in yoga. And then we'll just close our eyes. Start to bring awareness to the body and to the breath. Feeling the hands, maybe even the forearms and the forehead resting on the ground, the tops of the feet, shins and the knees all pressing down. And then starting to notice the breath, feeling that back expanding out as you inhale. Exhale, melting down towards the mat. Inhaling through the nose. Take a really big breath in now. Really fill the lungs up. You can feel the body slightly lift out into the room. And exhale, melting down. And just a couple more like this. Really slowing that breath down. Inhale. And slow exhale out through the nose. One more like this, big long inhale. And exhale. Just nice and slowly, we're going to walk the hands over towards the right hand side. Maybe both hands come off that side of the mat, just making sure that that left hip is drawing down. So we're really feeling that stretch through that left hand side of the body. Inhaling here, filling the lungs, breathing into those ribs, inhale. Exhale, melting down. And slowly walking the hands back through center. And then nice and slowly over towards the left, both hands off the side of the mat. Drawing that right hip down now. Big breath in, inhale, breathing into that side body. And exhale, melting down. Taking the hands back through center. And then we'll take the gaze forwards towards the top of the mat. Sliding really low onto the belly, all the way forward so we come all the way onto our belly. The tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. Bringing those hands just underneath the shoulders. And we start to lift our chest into our cobra. So really using that lower back to find that lift. And then just gentle pressure in the hands to lift the chest a little more. Drawing the elbows back, shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, we'll slowly lower back down, the chin towards the mat. And again, inhale, find that lift. Lifting the chest, the arms can come a little bit straighter, finding a deeper back bend. Exhale, lowering down. And again, inhale, lifting nice and slowly. Moving with the breath. Exhale, lowering down. This time adding some twists. We're going to inhale, lift up. And then as we exhale, I want you to look over your left shoulder. See if we can take the gaze towards the back of the room, twisting through the spine. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, lowering back down, chin towards the mat. Other side. We inhale, lift up to our cobra first. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder now. Gazing towards the back of the mat. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lowering down. From here, we'll tuck the toes under, pressing through the hands and the knees through our tabletop, and then taking the hips back towards the heels, finding this child's pose. We'll actually untuck our toes now, so we're still on the tops of our feet. And then from here, we're going to inhale, roll all the way up to our hero's pose, so this kneeling pose at the back of the mat. And we inhale, lift the arms up overhead, reaching them up tall, finding space in that body. And then as we exhale, taking the right hand down only towards that right hand side. You can press those fingertips in or planting the hand and pressing them down into the ground to almost feel like you want to take the hips in the opposite direction. And then face you. Pressing that hand away and then lifting that left arm is going to come all the way up and over. Again, finding that big side body stretch. You're pressing that right hand away. You can even start to bend into that elbow a little bit, really finding that big C curve shape with the body. Then we inhale, lift back up through center, both arms reach up. Exhale, start to take the left hand down, pressing the hand in. We can take the hips a little bit over towards the right as that right arm reaches up and over. Gently bending into that arm a little bit, finding a bit more depth. Inhale here. Exhale, reaching over. Inhale, lift back up through center, both arms reach up. Find this gentle twist. Exhale, twisting over towards the left, bringing that left hand behind us as that right hand comes on the outside of that thigh. Just gently pressing against that thigh to twist through the spine a little more. And then inhale back through center, lift the arms. Exhale, twisting the other way. Right hand comes behind, left hand on the outside of that right thigh, gently pressing into that thigh, twisting a little bit more. Inhale back through center, lift the arms. Exhale, take the arms back out in front, coming into our child's pose just briefly. And then our next inhale, rocking forwards, finding our tabletop position. So knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, fingers spread. Just gently rocking forwards and backwards, stretching out through those wrists. And then coming back to that neutral tabletop position, finding our cat-cows. We inhale, scoop the belly down, lift the chest, lift the chin, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pressing the hands down into the mat around the spine, looking up towards the belly button. And again, inhale, scoop the belly down, lift the chest, taking the gaze up. Exhale, rounding the back. Couple more here, really finding space in that spine. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding the back, pressing the ground away. One more, inhale. And exhale. From here, coming back to that flat back, that tabletop position, we're going to take that right foot and turn it out towards that right hand side. So it's turning 90 degrees, coming off the side of the mat, and then planting that left leg straight out behind. And you can come on the inside of that foot or plant the foot down, making sure that that left foot is in line with that right knee. And then from here, we inhale, lift the left arm up. We find ourselves almost like we're in an assisted side plank with that right knee down, lifting the hips up. And then we turn that left palm to face the front of the room and reach that hand all the way up and over. Again, finding this lovely side body stretch, pressing that right hand into the ground, lift the hips a little higher, opening the body up. Inhaling here. As we exhale, that hand, that top hand is going to circle all the way back down underneath the shoulder. As we bring those knees back through center, tabletop position, and then moving through the other side. So turning that left foot out towards the side 90 degrees, stepping the right foot back in line with that knee. As we inhale, circle that right arm all the way up. And then it can come all the way up and over towards the front of the mat. Palm facing down, lifting those hips up. You can even feel that pressure in that back
back foot pressing down, and in that supporting hand pressing into the mat. Find that side body stretch, inhaling here. As we exhale, that hand circles down, back underneath the shoulder, bringing those knees back underneath. And we go again, other side, stepping the right foot out towards the side. That left foot plants. As we inhale, circle that left arm all the way up and overhead. Big side body stretch, inhale. Exhale, keep that hand circling down, planting underneath the hand, coming back through our tabletop, and then taking that left foot out to the side. So see how this nice slow transitions, moving from side to side. As we inhale, lift the right arm up and over, palm facing down, big side body stretch. Exhale, circling that hand down underneath the shoulder, coming back to our tabletop position. Nice. From here, we're going to tuck the toes underneath, pressing through the hands and the feet to lift our hips up to our first downward dog. Having a little bend in the legs to start with, really getting those hips nice and high and lengthening out the spine, pressing those hands into the mat. Inhaling here, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, finding space for that neck. Exhale to stay. Walking through the feet, drawing one heel down at a time, stretching out through the backs of the legs, the toes. And then in your own time, walking the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Nice and slowly, meeting in a forward fold, little bend in the legs here as we hang the body over. Swaying from side to side, releasing the spine, release the neck. You can even take a hold of opposite elbows as you create this little hammock with your arms. Inhaling here. Exhale, release. And then releasing the hands back down, we're going to roll up to standing. All the way up nice and slowly, rolling through the spine. And then as we get to the top, roll the shoulders up, back and down, finding our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Strong through the legs, shoulders pulling down, opening the chest, reaching the crown of the head up. Inhale here, we lift the arms up. Again, finding a little side body stretch. Exhale, we're going to take that right hand down towards the side of the body. And then reaching that left arm all the way up and over. Feeling that right hand sliding down the side of that leg. You can even take the hips in the opposite direction, really finding that side body stretch, big C curve shape. And then inhale, sliding back up, lifting both arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we take the left hand down as we start to take that side stretch over towards the left. So that left hand sliding down the side of that leg, taking the hips to the opposite direction, opening through the body. And then inhale, we lift all the way back up, palms together. Exhale, bringing the palms together at the chest. Looking down towards the feet, just toe heel the feet together, toes together, heels just slightly apart. We inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to forward fold down. As we inhale, we slide the hands up the shins, finding this flat back, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. And as we exhale, we fold again. So you can even take a hold of the backs of the legs, drawing yourself down. Inhale as we stand all the way up, rolling through the spine, lift the arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, palms at the chest, going again. Inhale, lift the arms. Slow movements. Exhale, long breath, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that flat back, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, folding again, engaging the core to draw yourself down a little bit more. Inhale, rolling up to standing, bring the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing the palms to the chest. Last time, inhale, lift the arms. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding once again, drawing yourself down, engage that core. Inhale, roll up to standing, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, palms up the chest. This time we inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, we're going to forward fold again. Inhale to that halfway lift, flat back. This time a little different. Exhale, we plant the hands and we're going to step the right leg back only. Big, long stance. And then we drop that back knee down, finding this low lunge. So you want to sink those hips forwards. You can even bring your hands on top of that knee, on top of that thigh, and just gently press the hands into that top of the thigh to lift the chest, sinking the hips down. Inhaling here. Exhale to stay. Inhaling again. And as we exhale, we then start to straighten that front leg, shifting the weight back and bringing the hands down, the fingertips down into our half splits, flexing that front foot and folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Our next inhale, we shift forwards to plant that front foot, tucking the back toes to lift that back knee up. And then from here, we're going to stand all the way up, sweeping the arms up, standing into our high lunge. Lifting the arms, inhale, exhale to stay. And again, if you want, you can bring the hands on top of that thigh and just gently press the hands into the thigh to lift the chest away. Maybe even the gaze can come up. Inhaling here. And as we exhale, release the hands, bring them down towards the mat, and we're going to step the back foot back towards the top of the mat. So meeting back in a forward fold, toes together. Inhale, we find a halfway lift. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, rolling up to standing, bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, going straight back down for the other side, forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift, flat back. And as we exhale, we're going to plant the hands, and this time stepping that left leg back, big long stance, dropping that back knee down. Finding our low lunge, sinking the hips down. And then again, we can bring those hands on top of that knee, on top of that thigh. Just gently press the hands away, lifting the chest. Inhale. Exhale, sink those hips down a little bit more. Inhaling again, maybe lifting the chest a little higher, the gaze. And as we exhale, we straighten the front leg, shift the weight back, folding down into our half split. So flexing that foot, folding over that front leg. Feeling the stretch of the back of the legs. Inhale. And exhale. Our next inhale, shifting forwards, plant the foot. The back toes are tucked as we lift that back knee, strong through the legs. We inhale, sweep the arms up all the way overhead, finding our high lunge, strong in those legs, sinking the hips down. And then again, bringing those hands on top of that thigh, gently pressing the hands away, lifting the chest, maybe lifting the gaze. Inhaling here, sinking those hips down, feeling that stretch through that front hip flexor. And then as we exhale, release the hands, take them down towards the top of the mat. Step that back foot all the way up towards the top of the mat. Toes together. We inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, roll up to standing, bring the arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, palms at the chest. Inhale, we lift the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that flat back. Exhale, we're going to plant the hands, and this time stepping both feet back towards the back of the mat, finding ourselves in high plank, strong core. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we shift forwards, take the gaze forwards. You can lower your knees or keep them lifted as we lower down halfway, chaturanga with this little push-up. To the belly for cobra, or flipping onto the tops of the feet, finding upward facing dog, rolling the shoulders back. And then as we exhale, lifting the hips up and back, finding our downward facing dog once again. Pressing those hands away from the body, lift the hips a little higher. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that shin forwards behind the back of the hands. Flex that right foot as much as we can to bring that side of the foot down, the outside of the foot down. And then gently placing that shin down at any angle. The more the knees pointing up towards the top of the mat, the easier it will be on that hip. And then sinking the hips down, untucking the back toes, finding our pigeon pose. Making sure that we're flexing that front foot, that'll just protect that knee joint. And then from here, we're going to come up onto our fingertips. So we inhale, lift the chest up. And then as we exhale, we bow down. Let the elbows go out wide as we bring that face or the chest down towards the mat. And then we inhale, lift back up. And as we exhale, we bow down. Elbows out wide, folding over that leg. Inhale, lifting up once again. Exhale, last time, bowing down. And then inhale, we lift up, planting the hands down, tuck the back toes, and we're going to step all the way back to our downward dog. Walking through the feet, ready for the other side. We inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, shifting forwards, bringing that shin forwards now to pigeon. Flex that foot as much as we can first, and then placing that shin down at any angle. Untuck the back toes as we sink the hips down. Breathing into that hip stretch. And then coming on to our fingertips, lifting the chest first. Inhale. Exhale, bowing down, elbows out wide. Inhale, we lift up. Breathing into this lift. Exhale, bowing down, melting a little bit further. And again, inhale, we lift up. Exhale, bowing down for the last time. And then inhale, coming all the way up. From here, we're going to roll into the outside of that left hip. Bringing the legs out in front. Give them a little shake, little squeeze. And then rolling down onto the back, nice and slowly. From here, we're going to take our arms up overhead. So we find ourselves nice and stretched out, fingertips reaching towards the back of the room, toes pointing towards the front of the room. And then from here, I want you to step your feet or step both feet over towards the right hand side. Try not to move our hips. We're already finding this little side body stretch, so both heels are walking over towards the right. You can either keep it like this, or you can cross that left foot over the top of that right ankle. And then from here, we then start to take our hands just a little bit over towards the right. So we're finding this really big banana-like shape lying down. And from here, you can take a hold of that left wrist, almost pulling that left wrist with your right hand to find that big side body stretch once again. Inhaling here. Exhale to stay. It's quite a nice passive side body stretch at the end of the class. And then very slowly releasing the hands back through center, uncrossing the ankles, stepping the feet back through center. First find that length through that center line, reaching the hands, reaching the toes, and then going towards the other side. So this time stepping both feet over towards the left, coming off that left hand side, and then you can cross the right ankle over that left ankle. And then from here, taking the hands just slightly over towards the left, and you can even take a hold of that right wrist with the left hand. I want you to think about drawing that right hip down, so you're not rolling over to one side, but you're keeping that right hip sticking down towards the mat, so you're really feeling this stretch through the side of the body. Inhale here. Exhale to stay. Inhale. And exhale. And slowly release the hands back through center and crossing the ankles, bringing them back through center. And then we're going to bring that right knee into the chest, squeeze it in. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we guide that knee over towards the left, finding this gentle twist, drawing that knee down. You can take your gaze towards the opposite direction if it's okay in the neck. Encouraging that right shoulder down towards the mat. Inhale. And exhale. And next, inhaling, coming back through center, switching out the legs, let that right leg go out long as you bring the left knee into the chest, squeeze it in. And as you exhale, guiding that knee over towards the right, encouraging it down towards the mat. As you take that left arm out towards the side, and if it's okay in the neck, the gaze can follow. Really bringing out through the spine. Breathing into this twist. And slowly our next inhale, rolling back through center. Bringing both knees into the chest to give yourself one last little squeeze. And then as you exhale, slowly release the legs, taking them out to the corners of the mat, finding ourselves in our Shavasana, our final resting pose. Letting the arms fall down by the sides, palms facing up. Feeling the body heavy against the ground. And releasing the breath now, coming back to your natural breathing pattern. And staying here for just these last couple of minutes. From now, just start to deepen the breath. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Slowly bringing some movement back into the body. And you can bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze. They're rolling over onto your side, or you can come all the way up. And finding ourselves in a comfortable seated position. And then when you're ready, bringing the palms together at the chest, eyes closed. Just take this time to thank yourself for doing this class. And I thank you. Namaste.